Hey, it's Dan Perry, and in this video, I'm going to show you the fastest and easiest way to cut flagstone that I've found so far. So cutting flagstone can be a real pain in the ass if you're using the wrong tool. Trust me, I've done it in the past and it's not very fun. So there are several ways that you can cut flagstone. You can use an angle grinder, like you see here, with a diamond blade on it. You can use a circular saw, again, with a diamond blade. And with certain types of stone, you can just use a hammer and a chisel. But the easiest way to cut flagstone by far is with one of these concrete saws. Now, as you can see, this has a 14-inch diamond blade on it. Now, technically, anything with a diamond blade is gonna work. However, the larger diameter the blade you get, the faster you're gonna be able to cut. I once made the mistake of installing an entire flagstone patio using just this 4-inch angle grinder. Now, each cut took me forever, it created a ton of dust, and my hand was constantly vibrating. It wasn't very fun, although it did allow me to make very good curved cuts pretty easily. So I'm not gonna make the same mistake twice. This time, I've got this concrete cutter with a 14-inch diamond blade on it. It cost me about $135 to rent, including the rental for this blade, and I'll tell you right now, it is far faster and easier to make cuts with. It also has this hose connection so you can feed water onto the blade, which dramatically reduces the dust. So let's go ahead and do a quick demonstration and I'll show you how this baby works. Alright, so first let's cut with a concrete saw. Now, as you can see, the water is coming off the blade and keeping down the dust. It's also cutting through pretty quickly. Each cut will take maybe 20 seconds, maybe 30 seconds for a longer cut. Now, let's compare that to the angle grinder. As you can see, the concrete saw is much faster because of the larger blade. It's also nice because you can hook it up to water and reduce the dust. So here are a few more tips to help you cut your flagstone and lay out your flagstone patio or walkway much faster. The first tip is to lay out all of your flagstone at once before making a single cut. Just overlap the pieces to get them to fit, as you can see here. Then you can use a Sharpie to mark your cuts. To make curved cuts, make several passes over the flagstone instead of cutting all the way through on the first pass. With this larger 14-inch blade, it's going to be a little bit more difficult and you're not going to be able to make as sharp of turns with the cuts. So in those cases, you might consider using a smaller blade like an angle grinder if you really need a curved cut. And finally, you don't actually have to cut all the way through the stone. Once you get a bit more than halfway through, you can usually just use a hammer to break through the rest of the way. Alright, so hopefully you found that helpful and it saves you a ton of time and energy trying to figure out the best way to cut your flagstone. So if you like this video and you want to see more helpful DIY videos, be sure to subscribe below and make sure to check out my other video on installing a flagstone patio that walks you through the process step by step. That'll either be in the video description or somewhere around here. And finally, do you have friends and family complimenting you about your DIY skills? Would you like to turn those skills into a 6-figure income that allows you to escape your day job? If that sounds interesting to you, then be sure to join me over at handymanstartup.com, where I have loads of free articles and videos to help you start a profitable handyman business. Thanks for watching. I'm Dan Perry, and I will see you in the next video.